is future Brian. You can call me Brian, and this is the Maja keyboard. This is an Alice style ergonomic keyboard designed by Vulcan and was made available through KBDfans. This keyboard originally ran as a group buy item and recently came back in stock. At the time of this recording, it seems like only the clear polycarbonate version is in stock right now. So if you look at kbdfans.com, clear polycarbonate version, you could add this to cart right now. The only PCB variant that's available is the hot swap. So let's talk about the keyboard for just a second. So Maja hot swap, compatible with GMK and VIA. The keyboard itself, it's a top mount keyboard with a brass plate. And as you can see, it's an Alice style keyboard with arrow keys and a top right cluster of navigation keys. I just have this set up for delete, page up, page down. And as you can see, there's this like lip right here that's going to be on both sides of the keyboard. It does make for like picking up and like moving your keyboard to be a lot easier. I think this is super underrated, and I always appreciate when keyboards have some way of picking it up easier, because these are not light, these are quite heavy, heavy enough to struggle with. The back of the keyboard, it has a brass weight. It's not my favorite brass color. It kind of looks like Dijon mustard, if we're gonna be real. My preference would have been for something that looks a little brighter, but no big deal. The USB-C port, it is in the middle of the case, but since the Alice layout is split, the split of the Alice layout, it's slightly offset. It sort of makes the USB-C cutout slightly offset, even though, you know, it's dead center relative to the case. The port is here, but you'd kind of expect it to be here. I think it would, even though it's not dead center, I would love to see the illusion of symmetry, and you can see, yeah, a little offset, but it's actually in the center. The connector for the USB cable, it will peek out just a little bit. The cable doesn't sit flush with the case. It would have been nice to somehow allow the USB port to be just slightly recessed so that the cable could just sit flush, but again, not a huge deal. When you're looking at this in normal usage, you won't be able to see over the edge of this, and so it kind of looks like how it's looking right now. This particular keyboard is using Zealios V2 switches, and they're lubed with Tribosys 3204. Here is a stock switch right here. I'll say real quick, if you're going to use these switches, you should definitely oil the springs really well. This probably won't come through on the recording, but they are very pingy stock. The springs are very pingy. And also, this is the first time I'm using C3 stabilizers. Normally I use Duroc. They're lubed with Krytox 205G0. They work great. I think Duroc screw and stabs are slightly easier to install, but that doesn't make these challenging to install either. I would recommend using whichever Duroc or C3 stab is available and affordable to you. I think the only difference with C3 that I notice is that keycaps tend to sit just slightly tighter on them compared to Duroc. I didn't have to do too much to the stab to get it to sound good. Like, all I did was lube the housings with Krytox and lube the wires with Krytox, like not even like a thick layer, and it sounded really good. But since I had everything open, I did plug the butt a bit with Krytox, and it didn't really make a huge difference to me. So back to the keyboard. Do I love my purchase? Yes, I do. I really like this a lot. I bought this keyboard with my own money, and I'm very happy with it. Arrow keys in stock, silver. I don't have it, so didn't take too much convincing for me to want to buy this. But yeah, I hope all of this information was helpful or enjoyable. I know I like to just watch people talk about their keyboards. I'm in no way like a genius pro keyboard person. I just kind of like what I like and enjoy the hobby in that way. Yeah, next up is the sound test. If you've got this far into the video, I just want to say thank you, and if you can hit like and subscribe, that lets me know that you are enjoying the content and helps out the channel quite a bit. Anyway, hope you're having a good day, and enjoy the sound test coming up.